weekday supper with mayhem around the house. We're going to be doing fried rice today. This is a go-to around our home. We've got tons of leftover rice all the time, and the vegetable's putting out some stuff. Our vegetable garden is putting out some stuff right now. This is a pretty beat up looking zucchini, but I think it should be okay. I'm going to grab a knife and we'll get going here in a moment. Got some onion I had left over in the fridge. My 2-year-old in the background yelling at my dogs. Normally I wish I had more onion for fried rice, but it should be enough. Definitely grocery shopping day coming up. Time to reload our vegetable pantry. For those who are new to the street channel, and I just started it, so that's like all of you. My name is Chef Paul Costandon, and I am a chef from Richmond, Virginia. I've been cooking professionally for like 20 years now, and the whole point of my blog, Fancy Boy Food Co., is to sort of distill down all the stuff that I've learned in kitchens and how I might use that in my kitchen at home. Because cooking at home is very different from cooking in a restaurant for a number of reasons. A lot of garlic. Using cast iron Dutch oven. I like to use my enameled one for this because I'm going to end up putting some acid in it later, and you don't want to pull too much metal out. So this has definitely seen better days though. I've had it for the last 9 or 10 years. Sear up that garlic really nicely. The point of this meal is to be something you can throw together just with the random stuff you can find in your fridge on a weekday when you don't have a lot of time or energy. Shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. Caught that egg before it falls. Shouldn't take more than 15 minutes here to get this done. Season stuff along the way. Salt and pepper. Nice thing about an induction, or rather, nice thing about a cast iron pan, is especially if you got electric heat at home, It's going to be a lot thicker and hold that heat a lot more efficiently. So while your burners go through that like sort of heating and cooling cycles, depending on the level you have it set at, this is going to sort of maintain that awesome heat, trying to recreate what you might get out of a wok if you had one. If you're lucky enough to have gas at home, just make sure you keep an eye on the temperature. Got some leftover chicken, some roasted chicken. Some dinner the other night, that'll go in. Grate a little bit of ginger in. I like to leave the skin on when I'm working with ginger. There's a lot of essential oils in the skin. It gives it that awesome ginger flavor. This is by no means traditional. This is just sort of what I had lying around and what I was feeling like for dinner tonight for my wife and I, and for Tiny Human. Alright, so I'm going to pull out those vegetables. I'm gonna allow this pan to heat back up. I'm gonna add my chicken to the vegetables now. And just sort of keep it stashed away. Put a decent amount of canola oil on the bottom. Let that pan heat up nicely. Open up all my rice. We cook rice pretty often at home, and we always end up with a ton of leftovers that just sit around before we make our next batch. So I like to make fried rice out of the leftovers because it absorbs the flavor and oil a lot better. So nice hot pan. Throw my eggs in now. Give it a swirl. Add my rice now. break up all that awesome stale rice. Now soy sauce. A touch of rice wine vinegar. I'm gonna add my vegetables back in. The chicken. Add these tomatoes I found. Just toss them in for a little bit of acid. By no means is this traditional, but it's pretty tasty. Let that build a nice crust on the bottom, and I'm going to run outside for some herbs. Alright, it's not much. I wish I had a little bit of cilantro, but just a touch of basil will give this almost a Thai quality. Mint, cilantro are also going to work really well. Alright. Let this continue to sear just a little bit more on the bottom. Go ahead and clean up so I don't have a giant mess on my hands. Alright, a little bit of quick leftover odds and ends fried rice with fresh basil and garden grown zucchini. Simple as that. Dinner in under 15 minutes using what you had in your refrigerator. It's not always as simple, obviously. Got to really sort of take a good look at what you have and be creative sometimes. But just another way where dinner shouldn't take that long if you have you have a well-stocked pantry and a good larder, and you've got options available to you. You shouldn't have a ton of trouble putting together an easy meal for yourself and your family, especially in the weekdays when you might have some leftovers or some odds and ends kicking around. Realistically, this meal costs very little. We have eggs in the pantry at all times. The veg was all scrap, and a zucchini that I grew. The rice was leftovers. And then soy sauce, smear, and all that stuff I keep in house anyways. Yeah, definitely pretty tasty. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I look forward to streaming on Twitch, hopefully a few times a week for everyone to enjoy. Once again, this is Paul from Fancy Boy Food Co. If you like what you saw, definitely give our website a look, and our Instagram. We're at Fancy Boy Food Co. on Instagram or Facebook, and then our website is www.fancyboyfoodco.com. Fancy Boy Food Co. Thank you so much. Bye now.